What's up, guys? So obviously I've been a bit slack and not uploaded lately. So I've got like 4 different videos to make today, so I'm gonna try and get through them as quickly as possible because I don't know how much storage I have on my phone. Um, Today, I think it's 18s, was my blog post today, so I'm going to read you the latest part that I've written of my Tumblr story, and then I'll get on to doing the other ones after this. I sat dumbfounded as I looked up at the man. "You're not?" He smiled back for a moment, then turned suddenly business and stepped back towards his men. "Who?" he asked, all authority rich in his tone. One man stepped forward. Though his face showed courage, he shook like a tree in the autumn breeze. "Johnson, when we get back to base, you'll hand your gun in and surrender yourself to disciplinary action." "Understood, Commander Downs." While they were talking, Adrian dragged himself across to me. "Professor." He spoke weakly, and his breathing shallow and jagged from fear. "It's going to be fine, my boy." "No, Professor. Look." Adrian lifted his hands. I looked down. His shirt was stained where his hands had been, with thick red blood. "I think, Professor, and this is my informed opinion, but I think I may have been shot." "Commander!" I shouted. He looked over his shoulder at me. "Fall in and wait for my word, Johnson." "Yes, sir." Johnson walked back to his position while the commander turned around. He must have noticed before I could say anything, because he suddenly called out, "Johnson, Riddle, get Mr. Menzies to the medic now." Johnson and Riddle both leapt forward the second their names had been called. "Professor, if you'd be so kind as to follow me, there's someone more important than I am, who would very much like to have a word with you." Then perhaps this person should have just made an appointment. Despite my words of protest, I rose and followed Commander Downs out of the graduation hall. There you go. That is part 8 of Divided Conquerors. If you want to read the rest and what led up to that, you can go onto my Tumblr. It's stories around a campfire with a Y in fire, all one word, no capitals, and it's on Tumblr. There's a couple of other different stories on there as well you can read, and I hope you enjoy them all. So until I see you again in like 5 minutes, keep out spreading bright, guys, and I'll see you all later.